Welcome everyone to another edition of the Cat Sir Radio Show. I'm your host, Omar Lee. Our theme for the shows are to encourage, inspire, and motivate listeners to reach their personal fitness best. We've got an amazing guest on today. Before we get into that, I'd like to recognize our sponsors, Tenacious Fitness Unlimited, creating a climate of caring and coaching, Spiffy Cleaning Service, the Trailblazers and Quest for Clean, and Omar Lee Publishing, cultivating audiences globally. Again, I'd like to welcome our guest for today, Mr. Daniel Smith. He's going to talk to us a little bit. He's very recognized in the UK with numerous accomplishments and recognition. Daniel, thank you for being today's featured guest.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for having me. With respect to all the things that you're doing, it's massive, man. Not just for, the US people worldwide, man. Inspirational for people like yourself. So people watching this who like to do things like you. It's massive respect and massive inspiration.
Hey, much respect to you, man. I noticed that, whenever I see athletes not only contributing, in the gym, but also reaching out. I know you do a lot of charity work, and you're just very much on the grind, as well as helping people and just doing a lot of phenomenal things. So, I always like to reach out and recognize people who are doing those things.
Thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome. The first question I have for you, I know globally everyone's been going through COVID and things like that, especially here in the U.S., I'm sure in the U.K. One of the questions I have for you is, how has COVID impacted your training? Do you do more training at home now, or do you still go to the gym? I know for many locations here in the States, they've lifted some of the restrictions. Some people feel comfortable not wearing the mask. Some people do. So how personally has that affected your training?
Okay. CrossFit world, out of order, we made wipers. So I'm selling them those to people, using them myself as well, setting up, bench in the garden, clean and press, all these things, putting them together, and was able to still, get a good workout. And you know what? It was good. And allowed some people to, use the equipment and stuff like that. So if anything, it just allowed me to appreciate the workout more. The flexibility, sometimes you take it for granted, being able to go whatever time you want. But now it was like, right, this is the only time I'm training. And for my friends, that was the only time they could train as well. So a select few was just kept, just training. I was normally training my own, but now I was training with other people. And I built a good rapport with them as well, saying that I found that what it's like to have training partners. So actually it became a positive for me. And when I came back to normality, when the restrictions were lifted, I was kind of like, okay, cool, I was actually a bit disappointed because I was like, I'm gaining an advantage on people here, seeing a lot of people are struggling in their training, I'm able to push through, so
right.
Not everyone can back up.
Right. I know many of us who had maybe a home gym, and we were like, just for going to the physical gym, it would give you a little bit of an advantage. You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me this. How did you get started? How did you get started in whether it's boxing, bodybuilding? How did you get your start?
Yeah, so in bodybuilding, it was an interesting one. I was doing well in the gym, as you do, you progress, you love in the game. But I thought, there's a next level to this. What is it? And I had to identify that and was competing. So I didn't take it too seriously to begin with. I just seen the next role was coming up. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm not going to do that. Not really knowing that you have to prepare for a competition, you have to take it seriously, the shaving, the time, with all these things. And I just thought, I looked on the websites and loads of competitions. And I was like, yeah, man, I can do that. And it was a listen, because I
Oh, okay.
And the crowd were harsh, man. Moved me off stage. Well, left me off stage. And that was the beginning of what would be, someone that was really wanting to come into the game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I struggled from there. Took it seriously. And I'd probably say since that day of coming last and being last off stage, it's been around about on and off about 7 to 10 years, but I've competed every year. I'd say about, 5 to 7 years of competing with a gap. And probably won, next to like 50 competitions or something like that.
Wow.
It's been good.
Yeah. I saw the trophies, man. You couldn't even fit all those on the screen. Yeah. That's phenomenal, man. And, I think many of our listeners, they may not know, but even just training, like boxer level, workouts, it's very grueling. It's very hard. It's challenging. And I think, I'm sure for you switching from boxing to bodybuilding, it may not be that much of a change, maybe more, with reps and things like that, the nutrition part. I know many of the boxers who are in really good shape. They do have to maintain a really healthy diet and whatnot, and they have to stay on that cardio. But, just even with the jabs and stuff, it can get you winded. I won't say how I know, but you could get, you could get winded pretty quick. So, but, yeah. All right. So, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. All right. And so my next question is, what was the biggest hurdle for you switching from amateur to pro level?
So I would say, the top effect, I always just treat it for exactly what it is. Sometimes some people say, right, I'm going to do this, and it's time to do this. My aim is just to approach every competition, every training session, everything, like my beginning years, where I have something to prove. Like I've got to enjoy it, I'm going to have something to prove, whether it be to myself or to others, to be able to get up every morning and do this crazy thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people do drop out, thinking, okay, this ain't for me. And it's a big choice, because once you stop being competitive at a particular sport, you have to replace it with something in life. It might be a son or a daughter, it might be.
Let's see, we froze up there a little bit. Let's see here. Okay. All right. You were talking about replacing one strenuous sport with maybe another.
Yeah, man, like if you haven't got something lined up, like if you are competitive for something like a sport or something, and you give 110% to throw 110% to it, you have to be ready to replace it with something that's a fact. Like, if you haven't got a kid on the way, or you haven't got a career lined up or something, then you're going to feel lost. There's a loss for you, and people end up, eating tons of food.
Right.
Like the one has to replace that means. So you need to have something lined up. So whether it be planning for kids, planning for marriage, planning.
Definitely planning and having something in place. Absolutely. We're getting a little bit of it's freezing just a little bit here. There we go. Yeah. All right. Okay. Awesome. So tell me, what was the most memorable experience you had, maybe in contest or maybe training with someone or something like that along those lines?
My most memorable probably be the one related to comeback. The comebacks are always the one. Anyone that's anyone worth doing anything in the game will tell you that if you're able to have a why, it might be a loss, it might be setting yourself up for the next level. That they're the ones you remember forever. And I'd probably say it was probably at least the World Championship, because it was exactly a year to the day since I was last off stage.
Okay.
It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was immense. I mean, recently I had a version of that where last year I didn't do too well, and this year I won like 5 overalls back to back.
Wow, that's good, man. Very good. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes it's just taking that energy and flipping it. You know what I mean? And I think some people are able to do that, and some people, like what you're saying, you can either, just keep pushing or lay down. And, some people are just like, look, I'm not going to lay down. I'm going to have to fight through this, literally. So, so that's kind of what that is. But, yeah. And I think that's a perfect way to explain it. And, you took that energy and was like, no, not today. I'm going to have to push this to the limit. Look, all gas, no brakes. All right. And so, what's your favorite training approach?
My favorite training approach, interestingly enough,
Mm-hmm.
it's I actually really think about the science behind it. Though, when I was out, I had my fight.
Mm-hmm.
My fight came out of that. I came out of fight camp, and it was like, okay, bodybuilding now. And I was like, what is differently now? Because I want to stay fit, I want to stay agile, I want to stay mobile. So putting on size isn't a priority for me. So
Okay.
that's what I generally want to do. I want to be in condition. I want to be fit, agile, and move. So it's like no more heavy, no grueling heavy workouts. What I did was eliminate what doesn't need to be grown or what doesn't need to be focused on. So I love training arms, I love training back, just not something that I need to develop. You know what I'm saying? Shoulders don't need to develop them as well. So what I was doing was training, yes, fairly heavy for quads, putting some working on those, but only really one heavy set. So one heavy set per workout. The rest is like 25 reps. Going very high volumes, so
Mm-hmm.
reps, 100 reps per exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And on the end of the session, we do just one heavy. So my body can guarantee to recover from that. So we go absolutely, because it's one, we go absolutely hard. Because sometimes what happens is your body just cannot recover from what you put in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not possible. You know what I'm saying? It can't do it. So it's almost wasted effort. All these 5-6 sets that people are doing, all the heavy group workouts. Then the next day you do the same thing as well. I mean, we're not Superman. You know what I'm saying? We can't do it. We've got
Right.
all the stuff. There's only so much you can eat and digest. So I was like, you know what? We focus just on what needs to build. The rest of it, we don't need to focus on. So yeah, it was literally like high intensity, high reps, and only a few select muscle groups get heavy weight. That's all. And so it wasn't much at all per week. And I see good development in those muscle groups. It's just being patient.
Okay. So does your pre-contest approach change as you're training?
I would say it's also just the diet.
Okay.
I do train quite similar
Mm-hmm.
before it was like heavy,
Mm-hmm.
and then I give myself some rest, go high reps. Now it's all high reps anyway. So, it's high intensity, high reps throughout. Very, very few heavy sets of only the ones that really, the muscles that really need it. But the diet changes. It's mainly just the diet. The training is pretty much the same because I want to stay in shape. I want to condition my body for that. Because if I was a boxers, seasoned boxers, etc., don't need to be periodizing their training too much. They need to be, especially if you are a particular weight, you don't want to be trying to put muscle or anything like that.
Okay.
So I just condition myself to be fit, agile. The rest of it, the diet, that's the only thing that changes really.
That's what's up. Okay, cool. So what would you consider to be a typical day of training, I guess more so as a bodybuilder? Typical day of training.
Yeah, so when I made that switch, it's just pure bodybuilding.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever muscle group it be, whether it be chest, shoulders, etc.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at five exercises, but they are high reps. So what I do is I do either 4 sets of 25
Mm-hmm.
or 5 sets of 20.
Okay.
So, and then basically that's per exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And then just if it's a muscle group that I do want to develop, then what I'll do is I'll do less intensity. I'll do free exercises.
Mm-hmm.
Again, high intensity, high reps, and then I'll do just one heavy. And I normally don't count how many heavy sets I did.
Mm-hmm.
I just make sure it hurts.
Okay. Very good. Very good. What advice would you give to someone who's just about to give up on exercise? I like to put this one in because sometimes we have listeners who just want motivation. They may have a number of things going on. I've even thought about adding more so a mental health approach to this for different shows, not this one, but different ones. But I know with COVID, it has hit a lot of people. Some people have used exercise pre-COVID, post-COVID, or current COVID rather. But what would you tell someone who's just about to give up on exercise? Maybe they just feel like, it's too painful, it hurts, or I just can't, I can't figure it out, or any number of things. What would you tell them? What advice would you tell them?
I'll tell them that it's gonna hurt anyway. And
Yep.
the pain of not going and thinking, what, I'm 2 steps back now, I'm 3 steps back now.
Mm-hmm.
It's far more great than the pain you're going through now. You have at least, sometimes it feels like, I'm not as strong or as fast or as fit as I am before, but you have the most momentum that you're going to have anytime soon. Because when you go into it, it's tough to get back into it.
Yeah.
So if you are currently, just even if it's you dropped a bit in momentum, you start to lose it, fight for that as much as you possibly can. Because trust me, the pain of letting go and feeling lost and the brain thinking, I've quit, it sets you up for a bad place. A place that feels good now, the comfort zone, it feels good now, but it imprisons you. It's like it welcomes you in, you're for a bribery, and once you're there, you are like an open prisoner. So we don't want to get there, man. The best thing to do is to ask, if possible. Because this is like any mental health thing. Anytime you think you're going through that poor mental health, we have to do is drop the pride.
Mm-hmm.
Because the pride is sometimes the one thing that really separates us getting help from not getting help.
Right.
Sometimes, I'll be okay, I'm saying this. It's always the 9 times out of 10 it's the pride. There are many people out there that will help you.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell them not serious, if you know that if you give up now and it's something you're crying in the mirror or something or you're not happy, it's affecting your family in the way you speak to your family, the way you can push and provide for your family. These things are massively important. They're not things to be taken lightly. You need to be getting help, say a trainer, a coach, a friend. If you just say, what, I'm trying to lose weight, I need a little bit of help. Nobody recognizes that as, this person really needs a real push,
Mm-hmm.
Cool, just let me know whenever. Cool. Let's train on Tuesday, then I might not turn up. If you sit down and tell them how serious it is, if you really know how bad you want this, like you know what it's like to really fall into a bad place, and you want to make sure you don't get there again, it has to be a drop of pride, and that's where you'll even recognize how you speak to people when you ask for help or support or anything like that. Even if it's not them training you or them not helping you or anything like that. Just it could be anything like building a following. This in your helping you if you can get to a certain level.
Mm-hmm.
Or if your family will be able in a more comfortable position to be able to get to the gym.
Right.
Ask everybody. You need to go out there and ask and beg. Because it's our pride that sometimes separates us from success.
That's right. And I think you mentioned something about, when you were in the early stages of your bodybuilding progress, and people may have not taken it serious, but you did. And I think that was a turning point that, you could easily say, this is just too much. I don't understand it. But, as our viewers can see the pictures, you took that and ran with it. And I think a lot of times, people, when they laugh, it's not that they think it's funny. Sometimes they laugh because they're like, wow, you put a lot of effort in that, and they just couldn't see themselves doing it. Laugh doesn't always mean it's hilarious. Sometimes a laugh is uncomfortable, or, it's a reflection on that person. They may think, well, you know what? I don't know how they were able to do that like that to that kind of level, because I remember, and this is to take away from you, but when I wanted to do bodybuilding and powerlifting, and I was in the gym. I shared this before, and people were like, what? And the same kind of scenario. And then when I was like, well, I'm just going to keep going and keep going, then it was like, well, when are you going to do the next one? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? Even with the radio shows, I took a little bit of a break, and I was in the gym, and they were like, when are you going to do these? I was like, y'all listen? Oh yeah, we're listening. I'm like, okay, And so many times we may not think that, people are watching, but they do. And many times they want to see you keep going, keep pushing. It may even just be to keep them motivated, to say, you know what, they didn't quit. And even if I get out here and do a little something, that's more than what I, wanted to do or felt like I could do. So yeah, all this is very motivational. And, I think it gives all of us something to kind of reflect on, where when we hear laughter, it may not be that it's hilarious. It may be like uncomfortable, like, wow, I didn't really know that person was able to do that, or I've never seen that to that kind of level. And maybe it didn't turn out for them this time, but it could. I could see that coming at a later time. And that's what you did, The other question I have for you is, what advice would you give an amateur? I know, for some, and I've talked to some people, they were like, well, I'm in the trenches right here. I've tried doing this. What advice would you give that amateur who's trying to push forward?
I would say, amateur and pro is a fine line, because amateur, I find most people enjoy the amateur fitness club, and it used to be very restricted what you could do in the amateur scene. And then the problem is, oh, really, this is life for you.
Okay.
Exciting that this is everything that you want to, and this is going to be your life now. Nowadays, with social media and everything, there's a lot of amateurs that are earning a lot more than pros. So amateurs that have more exposure than pros and stuff. It has changed.
Yeah.
It has changed. So don't see it as just amateur and pro. See it as either a good amateur, a top amateur, or a great amateur, or I've squeezed the resources and the talent out of the amateur game as much as I can, and now it's time for the pro game. So some people are just so focused on being pro that they forget to enjoy everything around them in the amateur scene, or just fulfill their potential as an amateur. So it's like, yeah, you could be the best amateur out there first. You could be like, okay, I'm going to do something different in the amateur scene, and that's what's important. Being yourself sometimes is important as an amateur, because that can set you up to do different things. Say that maybe you think, okay, actually I've got X, Y, Z time, but when you haven't got something unique and different, or being yourself, that's the only goal that's left. So it's being unique, having your USP, really.
Okay, very good, very good. What about any motivational videos or audio that you listen to? Maybe they just get you going, get you motivated, maybe to train harder, or anything like that.
An interesting one has, I do watch motivational videos and clips on YouTube. Mostly just random, not particular one, but what I found really good is recording myself in the gym, having little clips so that I can make my own and have my own motivational stuff. Because then you're like, okay, this week I haven't got enough clips. I'm gonna have to go hard tomorrow. I'm gonna have to do extra hard tomorrow. So shooting yourself in the gym, you're pushing yourself in the gym, punching the camera. It gives you that incentive. It's all about creating incentives, isn't it? And these motivators. So it's like, if you don't have that, it might be easy to skip the gym. If you're gonna be like, I need to set my own clips recordings for Facebook Live or Instagram or pictures or reels, motivational videos. It kind of pushes you to keep it's another thing on top of another thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It complements the goals that I've started doing now. I'm doing pure recordings, getting people to record me.
Good.
And then create my own motivational videos as opposed to being reliant on others. And I've found that very motivational.
Very good, very good. As you get the name or the website or whatnot, if you want to send it, I can post that on this channel or whatnot. All right, so we're almost in the end. Any upcoming shows or events? I know that you were telling me about the last show or event that you just attended. I saw the pictures. You had a good time there. Any other upcoming shows or events that you have planned that you want to share?
Yeah, so basically I'm going to go to another World Championships. I've won a previous World Championships this season.
Okay.
They basically wanted a ticket for me to go to Italy to compete in the World Championships in their federation, so I'm going to do that. That's this weekend, actually, this weekend. And then after that, I am going to go to Juros. I'm going to go into classic physique, take a step at that and see what's going on. Haven't done classic physique before. A lot of people tell me
Fantastic. Well, Daniel, we really appreciate you being today's featured guest on the Cassette Radio Show. You're always welcome to come back anytime, share events and things that you have planned. Again, I know our listeners will take the information you shared, and hopefully it will encourage, impact, motivate, and inspire them for more in fitness or maybe even in life.
Awesome, man. Listen, thank you for having me. Massive respect for what you're doing. I'm keeping an eye on you, man, and you're a massive inspiration for so many people. You know,
Appreciate that.
Every time you in the camera, every time you write an athlete, people like yourself, people want like yourself, then it's inspiring, man. Because you're going, you're grafting, you're doing something as yourself and collaborating with other people. And you know what? It's just the right way to do it, man. And you're doing more positive things than you actually know. You know, and being able to help people to share their journey, you know, other people listening on others, gain things, tips, and that is great for mental health and it's great for the community as well. So massive respect to yourself, man. Big up.
All right, man. Appreciate you. All right. Well, today, thank you, sir. All right. Today's featured guest, Mr. Daniel Smith. All right. Thank you all. Have a wonderful July 4th here in the United States. And we will talk to you here again soon. Take care.